In the previous video, we successfully installed OpenClaw on a Linux system. However, there's a very practical issue. By default, the OpenClaw dashboard is only accessible from the same machine where it is installed. So how can we access the OpenClaw dashboard from any computer? In this video, I'll walk you through step-by-step how to enable access and connect to the OpenClaw dashboard in a simple and efficient way. First, on the Linux server where OpenClaw is installed, we need to update the system repositories to make sure all packages are up to date. Next, we need to make sure that OpenSSH server is installed on the system. If it's not installed yet, run the following command. After installation, we need to start and enable the OpenSSH server so it automatically runs every time the system boots. After starting and enabling the OpenSSH server, it's a good idea to verify its status to ensure everything is working correctly. If the status shows active, it means the OpenSSH server ready to accept connections from other machines. Next, let's check the firewall status on your Linux server. If the firewall status is active, you need to allow port 18,789, which is the port used by the OpenClaw service. Now, let's check the UFW status again. You should see port 18,789 listed as allow. This means the OpenClaw service is now accessible from outside through this port. Next, we need to check the IP address of the OpenClaw server so we know where to connect from another machine. Make sure to note this address, as we'll use it in the next step to connect from a Windows machine. There is one more important thing you need to remember. This is the account you will use to log in via SSH from another computer, so make sure you know the correct username and password. Okay, now that the Linux server is ready, let's switch to a Windows computer and access the OpenClaw dashboard. On your Windows machine, the first step is to open the command prompt with administrator privileges. Next, we'll set up an SSH connection from Windows to the Linux server. The idea is to create a tunnel from your Windows machine to the server, mapping port 18,789 on the server to your Windows machine. This way, when you open a browser on Windows, you can access the OpenClaw dashboard as if it were running locally. When you connect to the Linux server from Windows for the first time, SSH will ask if you want to trust this host. At this step, type yes to continue. Next, SSH will prompt you to enter the password of your Linux account on the server. If everything is correct, SSH will successfully establish the tunnel, and you will be brought into the Linux server command line interface. Next, we'll identify the installation directory of OpenClaw. Depending on how you installed OpenClaw, the installation directory may be in a different location. The key point is to navigate to that directory to manage OpenClaw. Here, we will run the docker compose command in the OpenClaw installation directory. The goal is to invoke the OpenClaw CLI and get the link to access the dashboard from your Windows machine. In the output of the command you just ran, you will see a link like this. Now, copy this link and paste it into your browser's address bar on your Windows machine. And that's it. You can now access the OpenClaw dashboard from another computer in your network. Also, in some cases, if you encounter a pairing required error, check the video description for detailed troubleshooting steps. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming tutorials. Thank you and see you in the next videos.